Sorry, I'm not dressed in very Sunday clothes, but oh well. I just came from the shop glazing donuts, so I'm here. So today I'm going to be talking about, or who came to the Japanese festival last week? Yay! I feel like it went pretty well, right? That's it. Yeah. Let's give a hand to all the Japanese moms who really put the show together. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing to see, even though a lot of people, quite a few, people who grew up in the church are not really active, but they really do want to be part of community. So it's really nice to see all the young families. And I think there is definitely a need for community, even if we don't always share the same beliefs. But I think we always need to have community with each other. So my talk today is inspired by, why do we need to connect with God? And does anyone remember the sermon I did where we wrote to God? We wrote a message to God on paper. Yes, and then God responded back. Maybe some of you remember. We're going to do that again. Just because I feel like I keep coming back to that as my way to connect to God. So I feel like it's always a good thing to keep going back to that and doing that. So I'm just going to share it briefly. Next slide, please. So does anyone ever feel kind of stuck in their head and with your thoughts and just kind of the same thoughts circulating over and over? For me, I worry a lot about my family and my health. Does anyone relate? Yeah. Mortality, Am I going to get hit by a car? No, not like that, but more like, I have a lot of worries, and maybe I worry more than the average person, but I think we all struggle feeling, struggle with our having the thoughts and emotions kind of the same ones circulating all the time. Does anyone relate? Okay, cool. I'm not alone. I'm human. We're all human. I think many times I realize, if I try to figure out these thoughts and feelings of my own, it doesn't really work. If I try to figure out, maybe I have a negative thought, oh, what if you have this disease? You're having this symptom right now. What if that means you have this disease and this is the beginning point, and then you're going to end up in a hospital and your kids are going to lose you, and all these really crazy thoughts. I don't know. I did a human, I don't know how out there everybody is about beliefs, but I know a lot of unificationists believe in spirituality, but I have kind of a friend who studies auras or energies, and he said all of my energy is up here and not much anywhere else. And I was like, oh, that makes sense, because I overthink, and I'm always thinking, and I'm always thinking about what's the worst case scenario and how can I prevent that from happening. And it's a lot. So I think it's kind of really hard to control our own thoughts. Basically, we can't control them, right? We have all these, at least for me, I have a lot of weird thoughts, crazy kind of dark thoughts. And I think that's not something we can do on our own. Sharing with friends or with a therapist is really helpful, but I found that the most helpful is to actually connect with God. And I'm going to talk about how I do that. Next slide. So why is it important for me to connect with God? Heavenly Parent, first of all, shows me that I'm not alone. Fills me with confidence and helps me calm down. And God gives us the power and energy to achieve our goals together with Him, and clears away anxiety and fills us with trust and love. Does anyone relate to this? Yes. Next slide. There are many things that distract me from God, and I think a lot of us can relate to this. The phone and social media is a big thing, especially when I find myself kind of addicted to my phone. Has anyone found that the phone, is anyone a Lord of the Rings fan? Lord of the Rings, come on. Yes. Oh, Tomoko Smith, that's wonderful. I didn't know. Anyways, Lord of the Rings is all about Frodo Baggins. He's a hobbit. He's a short person. Anyways, he goes on a mission. He has a ring of power that Sauron, who's kind of like the evil guy or the devil, is made this ring to control all of humanity. Anyways, whoever is in possession of the ring is always drawn to it, and you can't really get away from it. And when you put the ring on, you disappear. Basically, no one can see you. But it's really hard to resist. Once you have the ring, it's really hard to tear away from it or give it to someone else. You're just really controlled by it. Anyways, I had I think, pretty good analogy that our phones are like the ring of power. So we're always attracted. Like, I can put my phone over there a few feet away, and I can hear it, like, whispering evil things, like, come check me. Come look at this. Like, kind of like that kind of speak. And, like, you need to check your email. And then you check it, and it's this junk mail. You need to check social media, like, what happened, But I feel like I find that the more I'm checking my phone, actually, it's kind of a signal to me that I'm missing something inside. I'm looking for something, right? Does anyone relate? When you pick up your phone, you're looking for something, but you never find it. It's never going to be that satisfied. The urge of what you're looking for is never going to be satisfied by your phone. So, yeah, I find that if what I'm actually looking for is a deeper connection to God, to the universe, to our Creator. Another distraction, socializing is really good, but sometimes I feel like it can distract and I forget to connect with God. So if I'm filling up my time with friends, and that's wonderful, and community is wonderful, but also we need time to take care of ourselves and connect to God too. And another thing is food and fun. Like, sometimes people distract themselves with really good food. I'm a foodie, I love food, but sometimes I can tell when I'm bored and I'm just looking for food, like something good to eat. It's usually a sign that there's something else missing. Like, I need my spiritual food, but I'm looking to fill it with, like, I don't know. I'm looking to pleasure my body, but it's not going to actually fill me up. Sometimes it does. Sometimes good food really does fill you up in an actual, substantial, spiritual way. But sometimes I'm just looking around or eating junk food and trying to find something. So how do I kind of be aware of these distractions and focus on how do I connect with God? Next slide. The number one way I've actually found in my life of faith is actually writing to God. And it's really interesting. We're going to do this activity together too, but I actually don't really connect through prayer. I don't know if anyone else can relate, but our whole life, like, many people do connect with prayer, but for me, prayer is too ritualistic. It's too, like, there's too many of the right things to say that I kind of get stuck in, like, what is the right way to say things, and, like, how do I make this a perfect prayer versus, like, what am I really feeling? And I think when I pray out loud, sometimes I feel, like, nervous, like I have to say the right thing. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but I feel like when I journal or I write and I'm just writing my free thoughts and not caring what I'm writing, I feel like I'm able to let go more of what I'm actually feeling. Another way I connect to God is through nature. I really love going into nature. I feel different when I step into nature. Even going like an hour away from here, Hocking Hills, you feel like a difference in the atmosphere. Yeah, sometimes I have good prayers, but a lot of times I get stuck in the vocabulary, and that kind of prevents me from connecting with God. Another way I forgot to write is music. I really connect to, like, sometimes I used to do this more before kids, but I pick up a guitar and I just make up a song out of what I'm feeling. Like, God, I'm feeling so down right now. But it kind of, like, it lets me let go of something. And I usually know I have connected, like, so how do we know we connected to God or not? Because we could, like, we could say, like, oh, I prayed and I connected to God, right? But, like, how do I actually know? For me, is I usually feel lighter and happier after talking to God. So, and if I'm forcing it, like if it's a prayer that I'm forcing because I feel like I have to or I should, then I usually feel more worried or fearful after. So I can kind of tell when I'm actually connecting to God or not. Next slide. This is a quote from True Father. But the ideal and complete relationship with God is never flat. It is multidimensional, encompassing high and low, left and right, front and back. It fuses vertical and horizontal, embracing the entire universe. What is its focal point? The center of the universe is love, family-centered love. In matters of love, there are never two separate beings. All are unified into one. And from that, I took that like our relationship with God can be very multifaceted and personal. It doesn't have to be everyone has the same relationship, and we don't all have to connect to God the same way. And yeah, I feel like there's many different ways to connect to God. And if the way you're connecting to God right now feels boring, or then maybe it's not the best way for you. Maybe you need to find a better way that you actually feel liberated and that you actually feel connected to God, because you don't want to keep doing the same thing if it's not working. Yeah, so for some, prayer works really well, I know. For others, nature, journaling, music also work really well. So I think we just need to be open-minded about how people connect to God. There's many different ways. And across all religions, there's many different ways of connecting to God too, whether that's meditation, different formats. Next slide. This is from the Bible. To the choir master, a Maskell, the sons of Korah, as the deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, where is your God? These things I remember as I pour out my soul. How would I go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God with glad shouts and songs of praise, a multitude-keeping festival? Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation. Another quote. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. He fulfills the desire of those who fear him. He also hears their cry and saves them. And one more. Cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Oh, we're already at the journaling exercise. So what I usually do, the number one way I reach God is through writing. So we're going to actually be doing this exercise all together. And basically, I think a lot of people had really great results last time we did this. But basically how I usually write when I write in my phone, and I usually write my name, so Cowrie, and then I write down all my thoughts and feelings, so like whatever I'm worried about or thinking about. And then when I feel like I'm done, then I write a response, so I write God, and then I write down whatever comes out as a response to what I was feeling before. And I think this is a really good way to tap into the God within you, because I think we all have that intuition, and God is guiding us through our conscience and our intuition. So I think we usually have the answers within us already, and it's just a matter of tapping into that and writing down what is the response to what I originally wrote. So we're going to try this out. Youngju and Stephen are going to pass out paper and pencils. So we're going to take about, say, 10 minutes to write our or just not our reflection, but whatever's in your head. So don't try to control it. Don't try to make it perfect. Just write whatever, even if it's messy, even if it's typos. Just write whatever's in your head right now, or whatever you're worrying about recently, and then we'll take, and then I'll let you know when we're going to switch to the God part. And you can also type in your phone if that's more effective for you. Whenever you'd like, you can respond back as God. If you've already done that, that's great. And you can even go back and forth if you're ready to respond to what God said, and then God can respond back to you. Does anyone need any more time? Another minute? Okay. I hope you had a wonderful talk with God. And now we're gonna do a little discussion. So please find a partner, and you're just gonna share how do you best connect with God and how was the activity for you. So please find a partner for pair share. Thank you. Right. Wow. Thank you so much. If you could wrap up your sharing, that'd be wonderful. Sounds like a lot of really wonderful conversations. I'd actually like to ask if we'd have some volunteers just to share how this experience was. You don't have to share what you wrote about, but how was it for you to write out your fears and your thoughts or whatever you're thinking and then have the God within you respond? So would anyone feel open to sharing how this experience was? Fatu? Fatu? Yay! She was pointed at. Okay, we're passing a mic around, so that's a lot easier. Thank you, Eugen. Do you want to share? Okay, thank you.
Okay. This is my message to God. Dear Heavenly Parent, how are you? I'm deeply sorry for not meeting your expectation. At times, I feel frustrated that you chose me and invested so much effort in bringing me to where I am today. You have provided me with the best possible opportunities. However, I fear that I failed to live up to the trust you have placed in me. You created me and brought me into this world for a unique purpose that only I can fulfill. I'm anxious every day about leaving this world without fulfilling that purpose. Please forgive me. Do not lose faith in me. You are aware of my heart, are you? Are you not? Thank you for your patience and unwavering love. I am grateful. Okay. The next one is, okay, this is God, what God told me, what God said to me. To my beloved daughter, how thoughtful of you. You make me happy just by thinking this way. I know you more than you know yourself, and I'm just proud of you the way you are doing. You don't see or feel that you are doing anything, but I see the lives you are touching every single day, the people you make smile through your laughter, those faraway friends you think of and support with the little you have, and so many more. Never worry, my beloved daughter, because you're doing your best and you are being just yourself. That's why I brought you here. Keep up the good work, and remember, my love for you has never changed. Your Heavenly Parent. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. I was definitely tearing up. One more person who'd like to share? And then we'll wrap up our sermon. You don't have to read your prayer, just how the experience was for you. How about Mrs. Angolio?
Oh.
I really want to hear from her. She seems like an amazing person.
She seems. Anyway, thank you so much. Anyway, I was just trying to ask Heavenly Parents. My few worries is about blessing of the second generation and the family, and I was so much worried about health and all that. So when I put those some points down, and then here, what Heavenly Parents was telling me, he says, don't worry, I'm in control. I'm your Heavenly Parent, I know everything. So please keep on going, do what you are doing. Don't worry so much, and all will be best, and for the better. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday, and let's welcome up the music ministry team.